Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before starting the video, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button and give this video a like up. Fatu sends a message on the Bloodline's behalf after Solo Sikoa's tribal combat loss to Roman Reigns. Fatu sent a message on behalf of the Bloodline on this week's WWE SmackDown. In the show's main event, he teamed up with Tama Tonga against Jimmy Uso and Cody Rhodes. Solo Sikoa lost to Roman Reigns on Raw's Netflix premiere. The tribal chief was forced to give up the Wwe Fala to the OTC, who regained it for the first time since WrestleMania XL. To make matters more interesting, The Rock put the Wwe Fala around Reigns' neck. Fatu delivered an intense promo before making his way to the ring. He specifically explained to Jimmy Uso the difference between the new Bloodline and the OG Bloodline. Fatu and Tama Tonga caused chaos throughout the entire night. They also prevented Late Night from winning the United States Championship and were later victorious in the main event. Bill Apter discussed Fatu's promo from WWE SmackDown, mentioning that it was quite intimidating. He believed WWE also unveiled a more frightening version of the Samoan werewolf. Solo Sikoa recruited Fatu and the rest of the new Bloodline following WrestleMania XL. After Cody Rhodes dethroned Roman Reigns to win the undisputed WWE Championship, Sikoa took matters into his hands to form the new version of the faction. The leader of the Bloodline was absent from this week's WWE SmackDown and hasn't broken his silence after losing to Reigns in tribal combat. It remains to be seen what WWE has in store for Sikoa and his Bloodline. The Bloodline, one of WWE's most dominant factions in recent history, has been through its share of turmoil. With Roman Reigns at the helm as the tribal chief, the faction has reigned supreme, making its presence felt on every show. However, tensions within the family have simmered beneath the surface, threatening to boil over at any moment. The latest chapter in this ongoing saga came when Solo Sikoa, the enforcer of the Bloodline, faced Roman Reigns in a high-stakes tribal combat match. In the aftermath of Sikoa's defeat, Fatu, a member of the extended Anoa'i wrestling dynasty, broke his silence and sent a powerful message on behalf of the Bloodline. The tribal combat match was more than just a battle for supremacy. It was a clash of ideals, a test of loyalty, and a display of family pride. Solo Sikoa, known for his brute strength and unflinching loyalty, had been tasked with facing Roman Reigns, the reigning Universal Champion and undisputed leader of the Bloodline. The match was fierce, with both men pushing each other to their limits. In the end, Reigns emerged victorious, but the victory was bittersweet. The cracks in the Bloodline's foundation were evident, and the match raised more questions than answers about the faction's future. Fatu, a powerhouse in his own right and a prominent figure in Major League Wrestling, MLW, had largely remained on the sidelines of the Bloodline's internal struggles. However, with the family's legacy at stake, Fatu felt compelled to speak. Known for his fierce in-ring style and unyielding loyalty to his heritage, Fatu's words carried significant weight. In a heartfelt and impassioned message, Fatu addressed the WWE Universe and his family, reflecting on the significance of the tribal combat match and what it meant for the Bloodline moving forward. His message, delivered via a video posted on social media, was a rallying cry for unity and a stern reminder of the family's strength. Dressed in traditional Samoan attire, Fatu stood against a backdrop of ancestral symbols, his expression one of solemn determination. His voice was steady, yet laced with emotion as he began. "Family, it's more than just a word to us. It's a bond, a legacy passed down through generations. What happened in that ring was more than just a match. It was a test, a trial by fire, and a reminder of who we are." Fatu paused, his gaze piercing through the screen. "Solo, you fought with heart. You stood your ground. And Roman, you've led us to heights no one thought possible. But now we face a choice. Do we let this defeat divide us, or do we rise together, stronger than before? His words resonated deeply, especially as he touched on the rich history of their family, referencing legends like Peter Maivia, Yokozuna, Rikishi, and the Usos. Our ancestors fought for respect, for honor. They paved the way for us to stand here today, as champions, as warriors. We owe it to them to keep the bloodline intact. Jacob Fatu's message was not just a reflection on the past, it was a call to action. He emphasized the importance of unity within the bloodline, urging his family to come together despite their differences. We are stronger together. Divided we fall. The world is watching, waiting to see us crumble, but we won't give them that satisfaction. We are the bloodline, and our story is far from over. Fatu's words struck a chord with fans and fellow superstars alike. His passion and sincerity were evident, as was his commitment to preserving the family's legacy. He made it clear that the tribal combat match was not the end but a new beginning, an opportunity for the bloodline to redefine itself and emerge more formidable than ever. Jacob Fatu's involvement in the storyline opens up a plethora of possibilities for WWE. Could Fatu make his debut in WWE, stepping into the ongoing bloodline saga to help mend the rift or assert his dominance? His message hinted at more than just words. It suggested action, a potential shift in the dynamics of the bloodline. Jacob Fatu's WWE debut. If Fatu were to join WWE, it would add a fresh layer to the bloodline narrative. His presence could serve as a unifying force or an additional challenger to Roman Reigns' leadership, creating new rivalries and alliances within the faction. A reconciliation arc. Fatu's message could pave the way for a reconciliation storyline, where the members of the bloodline work through their differences, rediscovering the strength of their familial bond. This could lead to a resurgence of the faction, more dominant and cohesive than before. Internal power struggle. Alternatively, Fatu's entry could spark an internal power struggle, with different members vying for control. This could culminate in a multi-layered storyline, blending personal drama with in-ring competition, leading to some of the most compelling television WWE has seen in years. The WWE Universe was quick to respond to Jacob Fatu's message. Social media buzzed with excitement and speculation, with many fans expressing their desire to see Fatu join WWE and become part of the bloodline storyline. His passionate plea for unity resonated with the audience, reminding them of the importance of family and heritage in the world of wrestling. Fans also speculated about the potential matches and storylines that could emerge from Fatu's involvement. From dream matches against top-tier talent to faction wars within WWE, the possibilities seemed endless. The message had successfully reignited interest in the Bloodline saga, setting the stage for an epic continuation. Jacob Fatu's heartfelt message after Solo Sikoa's loss to Roman Reigns was a pivotal moment in the Bloodline's ongoing story. It was a reminder of the faction's roots, its struggles, and its potential for greatness. As WWE moves forward, the narrative of the Bloodline remains one of the most intriguing aspects of its programming. Whether Jacob Fatu's message leads to his WWE debut or serves as a catalyst for change within the Bloodline, one thing is certain: the family's legacy is far from over. The Bloodline story is a tale of resilience, loyalty, and the unbreakable bond of family, and the next chapter promises to be one for the ages.